Salute wrestling friends, welcome to the Mr. Goodbread Wrestling Channel, also known as the Figure 4 TV. Now today guys, we got good news for Jade Cargill's fans, and I'm glad guys because I'm through with this storyline. I got a lot of Jade Cargill fans, but I'm through with this storyline. I absolutely think WWE botched this storyline, but today I'm gonna explain why. I want you guys to think for yourself today, all right? So check out the intro. When we get back, we're gonna talk about it. Now, the main reason why I say this storyline is botched because it's obvious now. Now, all roads is pointing to Naomi. All roads is pointing to Naomi. Anybody who you could creatively write this story to be the attacker has come back to TV, except for with the exception of Becky Lynch. And we already passed this year's Royal Rumble. So if Becky Lynch was going to come back and be the attacker, then it would have had to be during or before the Royal Rumble, because her reason for wanting to attack Jade will be revenge for the 2024 Royal Rumble where Jade Cargill eliminated Becky Lynch. So you could kind of sort of check Becky Lynch off the list because Becky is also going to go to Raw. If we got Charlotte on SmackDown, then we're going to have Becky on Raw. Now, we haven't seen Jade Cargill on TV since November, and it took from November till February for Nick Aldis to find something. Now, keep in mind, he did clear Piper Nevins, and he also cleared, I guess if you clear Piper Nevins, you clear Chelsea Green. But aside from that, we had no investigation. Bianca Belair nor Naomi did it very little. They did very little investigation of their own. And it's just been a botched angle. It's just been a botched angle. And now they're about to play with our intelligence and beat us in the head, guys. I don't care what nobody tell me. I don't care how long you say you've been watching wrestling. You ain't been watching wrestling as long as I've been watching wrestling. And you is not going to sell me on a heel Naomi. There's only one way you can sell me on a heel Naomi, and you already messed that up. Unless you finna bring Jade Cargill back to NXT, then I don't want to hear it. Now, there is that way that you can make Naomi out to be the culprit of this. Because if you have Naomi who teams up with Jordynne Grace, and that's who got rid of Jade Cargill for, so that she could be the tag team champion alongside of Bianca Belair, then that makes sense. So that when we see the videotape reveal becomingly how this is gonna play out, Naomi and Bianca are gonna be inside of the ring. They're about to defend their titles, or after they defend their titles, after they lose or after they retain, they're going to be in the ring, and the Titantron going to pop up. You're going to see Jade Cargill. She going to be in the back. She going to play the tape, and on the tape, you're going to see two people or one person, and that's going to be the attacker, and Jade Cargill then Bianca going to turn to Naomi gonna play surprised, and that's gonna be how it ends right there. That's gonna be how the attacker is revealed. That's normally how that works. Naomi will be in that ring and she'll see her and Jordynne Grace take out Jade Cargill, and that's the only way that I'm believing that Naomi is behind this. And they already kind of sort of ruined that because they already made it known that Jordynne Grace is on the NXT roster. But this can help Jade Cargill as well, because Jade Cargill not ready they is not ready to split tag team up, bro. They not ready to split tag team up. But Bianca definitely needs to go on her own. And I'm not sold on Naomi. So this is why I say maybe Jade Cargill did this on her own. Maybe she accidentally fell off. But in any event, the good news is that at least that they're talking about it. At least they're progressing the storyline. They took forever. It's been about 4 months, but that's part of the good news, that at least we're getting closer and closer to seeing Jade Cargill return and come back. The attacker can definitely not be Bianca Belair because Jade Cargill is not ready to feud against Bianca Belair. Jade Cargill's still a little green. Jade Cargill need about 2-3 feuds before she get in there with Bianca Belair. Believably, she need 2-3 feuds before she get in there, and before that's believable. She not ready to be on her own yet. Now I could see them building a feud for WrestleMania because I don't think that Jade Cargill will be back for Elimination Chamber. I think they're actually saving Jade Cargill for after Elimination Chamber. You know what I mean? Unless they're going to use Jade Cargill to help take the titles off of Bianca and Naomi so that way Bianca could go into the chamber and perhaps win it and then take on Rhea, being that Charlotte is going to take on Tiff. So I could see that going down. But other than that, I don't think Jade Cargill is coming back at Elimination Chamber. I think they're going to save her for after Elimination Chamber, and then they'll build towards WrestleMania match between her and the obvious Naomi. And that's going to suck. That's going to absolutely suck, guys. And I know on the footage this week, on February 14th edition of SmackDown, they revealed Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez leaving the scene or walking towards the scene. But guys, that's just a part of the build that they're going to build towards the actual reveal. So next week, they're going to show 2 more or 1 more person walking from there until we get down to the butter, guys, until we see the actual footage of the attackers. If it's not 1 or 2, you know what I mean? Because right now, we know that Raquel and Liv, they're always together. So it don't necessarily have to symbolize 2 women, but we know that the women gotta be mighty and they gotta be strong. If it is 1 woman, it gotta be a tough, strong woman. That's why, man, Charlotte would have been perfect for this. Charlotte or Jordynne Grace would have been perfect for this. Because those are the... And don't forget my girl Lash Legends and Jakara Jackson. They not innocent because, again, Naomi could have teamed up with them. Now, I could believe if Naomi teams up with them and they do the job, because I do not believe, if it is Naomi, that Naomi did it by herself. Naomi could not have done this by herself. She had this done. Now, I could believe that. I could believe she had this done, but I don't believe she did the work on her own. Now, it make way more sense for Jakara and Lash to be the attackers, because if you notice, this was the last feud Jade Cargill was in. Before she got hurt, she was feuding with Bianca against Jakara and Lash. So that would be the obvious. And I could see Naomi linking up with those 2 girls to get Jade Cargill up out of here. We recently had a tag team match down at NXT too. And the NXT fans, they kind of turned on Bianca and Naomi for Jakara and Lash. So the natural progression would be for Jakara and Lash to be the attackers so that they could become the tag team champions. So I really don't get where WWE is going. Like, that's what I mean when I say all potential attackers have been exalted. And it's like, WWE, what are you going to do? Now you're going to give us the obvious? You're going to make it just Naomi did this. This is going to be interesting, guys. So y'all let me know what y'all think. Or do y'all know who the attacker is? Are y'all any close to revealing the attacker? Who do you think attacked her?
This is a wreck. He's moving like an uncaged animal.
No lie, he's wild in there.